Yo, what is going on, guys and girls? Twintendo here. This is kind of a follow-up video to yesterday's returning characters video in Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, and the information I got from you guys and what I've seen on Twitter from the official Japanese Pokemon Twitter is something that is really exciting if you're a big Mystery Dungeon fan and you've liked and you've played the past games. So basically this is about Treasure and Post Town returning, and it actually sounds very likely, and we know Red and Blue's region is returning, and obviously we thought, you know, are the others going to return as well, because it is Super Mystery Dungeon and it would make it really super if we could go to every single region. So I'm going to tell you why I think they are actually returning, and it does sound, like I said, very promising. So let's get into the video. So basically we know Red and Blue's region is in the game, we know pretty early on, and literally that blew our mind because we thought there's going to be so many good dungeons we can go to, and we could see some old faces like Caterpie, Alakazam and stuff like that, and like T-Max and stuff like that. So, you know, I did a video on that yesterday about returning characters, but actually we weren't sure if, you know, Gates of Infinity and Explorers of Time, Darkness and Skies region and characters were going to return, but it looks like we might actually have our answer. So the Japanese Pokemon Twitter released 2 tweets that hint at the return of at least Treasure Town, and I'm assuming Gates of Infinity's Post Town will be there somewhere. So I'm going to talk about, well, basically this is a translated tweet, so it might sound a bit off, and then I'm going to basically say what it actually is. So tweet 1, which was brought up to me by Mr. Thunderfish24 and Isper, they were the ones who commented saying check out this tweet, so cheers guys. And basically this says, speaking calm village of children, this is Kecleon speaking, and it says basically, I wonder if healthy Ruriri, which is Azurill, sorry, and Mariruri, which is, these are like the Japanese names, so this is Marill and Azurill, I was about to say Azumarill again, they're from Treasure Town, and it says, I wonder how Ruriri, or I'll just say it, I wonder how Azurill and Marill of Treasure Town are, those children were cute, basically what it says. So that's bringing up Treasure Town, and it looks like that Kecleon is the same one in Explorers Time and Darkness and Sky that was like helping out Azurill and Marill, because I think if I remember correctly their mother was like sick and he used to give out free food to them just because he kind of sympathised with them. So that's really cool. Now that could just be an Easter egg, like if you just saw that you thought, oh that's really cool, you know, maybe we get to go to Treasure Town, or maybe it's just saying, you know, reminding us that Treasure Town exists in his universe, and I would have been happy with that. But like I said, we know Red and Blue's region is in the map, in the game, so we'd like that, obviously, you know, we'd like to see Treasure Town and Post Town. So there's a second tweet that even hints at a return. So I'm going to say the translated version. It sounds really weird because it's really broken, but I'll translate that again into English. So basically this says, everyone please listen, although I have a 5 continents in the world, here are rumours of a continent that has been hidden to come. For the first time in a long time, it is too surprised Tongai of growth. And then, like, that makes no sense, but let me explain it. So basically this says, everyone please listen, although we thought there were like 5 continents in the world, there are rumours of a hidden continent. Now this is very interesting, the 5 continents, and let me explain what I think these 5 continents are. So there's Red and Blue's, which is 1, Explorers, continent, that's number 2, Gates to Infinity's 3, Serene Villages continent, so the one we see Lapras taking off, is 4, the Unknown Town, which looks like you go to that continent because it shows Lapras travelling first and then it shows you going into that town, so that's probably the 5th continent. And then obviously there's the hidden continent, which will be number 6, and there's probably room for that. I don't know where the hidden continent's going to come from, because you know there's a cloudy map, and you know we know, like, we've got the one in the middle, which is Serene Villages continent, we've got the one on the right hand side in the clouds that we can't see is Red and Blue's. Now I'm going to basically try and guess the location of Treasure Town. Now if I was a betting man, I'd probably put all my stake into the bottom right hand corner for Treasure Town, and this is why. The bottom of Red and Blue's region is kind of like deserty, so it's kind of a bit of desert area, and the top half of Explorer's region is actually desert as well, so that would be like the northern desert in the game, if you guys remember that dungeon. And if you think about that in a global sense, you drew an equator like through the map with the clouds, basically that would make sense, because towards the equator obviously it's quite hot and you have deserts around there, and that makes sense to have the south, the one Red and Blue's region. Let me explain this. Red and Blue's region would be top right and Explorers would be bottom right, and obviously Explorers has the top part being desert, which makes sense because it's near the equator, and Red and Blue's region has the bottom part being desert because that's going towards the equator. So that's what I would say, guys. I know it's a bit complicated, but hopefully you understand what I mean. That's what I would say. Now, it could be anywhere along the bottom in terms of global sense, explorers region. It could be anywhere, because either way that would still make sense to have the desert, you know, at the top if you're below the equator, so on the south of the map. But we probably, I think the town that we don't know much about, the unknown town we've seen ages ago, I think that is bottom middle, because we see the Lapras going towards there, and then it shows, you know, Pikachu and Piplup in that town. So that's just my guess. We've got Serene Village in the middle, top middle. We've got the unknown town south middle, and then we got Explorers bottom right, and then we got red and blue top right. So it's complicated, guys, but hopefully you understand what I mean. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. It makes sense, which I like about this video. Now, it's not just like some rumours and speculation. This actually makes sense, which is why I'm really hyped for it. And hopefully we will get to see some returning characters, like I mentioned in my last video. And if you guys haven't seen that video, definitely check that one out. It's on the left hand side now, so click that and it'll take you to that video. Also on the right hand side, guys, you can see our other previous video, which is talking about whether Volcanion will be in the game. Now, they said there was going to be like 720 Pokemon in the game, but it never really ruled out Volcanion. It's interesting. That's more of a discussion and speculation video. So definitely check that one out if you're interested. And if you haven't subscribed already, definitely do so. We've got like probably around like 20 more Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon videos to put out over the space of the next couple of months. So you guys are in for a real treat, and hopefully you are looking forward to seeing those videos. And that is it. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Try and take in the information I've given you. I know it's a lot of information. And yeah, have an awesome day, and I will see you on our next video.